My name's Bree. I'm one of the nurse coordinators here, and my area of expertise is fertility and women's health. I moved to Spokane for nursing school. I went to Gonzaga, but originally I am from Central Oregon in a little town called Bend. I really like living in the area. When I first moved here, I feel like it took a little bit of time to grow on me, but it's grown on me a lot since I've moved here, and I'm very happy. The two words that I would use to describe the CRH patient experience is probably emotional but hopeful. I want patients to feel supported and informed. I feel like this is a process that has tons of emotions, and it's not something that you go through every day. So just to have kind of a knowledge base and feel like you have a team there supporting you and walking through every step of this whole journey with you is how I want patients to walk away. I have a background in labor and delivery. I was a labor and delivery nurse for years before coming here. And women's health has always been something that I kind of knew I wanted to work in even before nursing school. And our IVF patients and IUI patients that I got to work with in labor and delivery were some of my favorite patients just because of the bond you can form with them and how hard they've worked to get to this point and the whole journey that they've gone through to get there. They just were some of my favorite patients. And so getting to work with them on the other side of that is something that I have loved so far. One of my favorite things getting to work with patients is being able to connect with them and learn their story. Everyone has such a different background and like journey that they've been through, even leading them to walking through the door for their initial consult. And so I just love being able to form that connection and get to kind of be a part of this experience and this journey with them. Think our patients come from all over. I have a patient that lives in Japan that flies in for treatment. We have patients from Montana and Oregon and Idaho and other parts of Washington that all make the drive in to see us. And then we have patients that are local. So I think we get to see a wide mix of different people coming from all over the place. We're a clinic where it very much feels like we're a family. There's not very many of us that work here, so we're a very close-knit team. There's 5 nurses of us. We all share an office, so we're always kind of getting to share stories with each other and laughing and forming those connections with us that then helps us kind of best serve our patient population. We also have great success rates. Dr. Robbins is wonderful at what he does. And we follow ASRM guidelines and kind of just bring forth the best treatment possible for our patients. That initial anticipation, even just coming in for that initial visit, is something that a lot of people would say is one of the biggest barriers to getting started with seeking care. And then that anticipation kind of continues because it's a journey that you don't necessarily know what is coming, and every step is a new step. So whether that's medications or your retrieval or your transfer, and just kind of that whole process leading up to being done with treatment. But what I often hear from patients is that anticipation is one of the scariest things. And so once they are able to kind of reach each new step, it gets easier and easier for them. And I think we have a great team to support everyone here. At CRH, we do a really good job of taking care of each other. There's lots of difficult moments for patients and also in turn lots of difficult moments for staff members. So we really support each other as staff members so that we are able to take care of you as patients and help provide the best care that's possible here.